Hello, it's Miriam and Clover from Tantamar Tarotscopes here at Blind Forest Books in Sackville, New Brunswick. And today I'm doing a reading looking at the energy surrounding the week of August 24th to 30th, 2020. So the moon moves through Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius this week. So I've chosen decks to align with each of those energies. I got the Sasuraibito Tarot for Scorpio vibes. Angels and Ancestors for Sagittarius vibes, Literary Witches for Capricorn vibes, and the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle for Aquarius vibes. So I've already drawn the cards, and yeah, let's get right into the shadow cards. So our first one is number 2, Flint, Portal Power. So this week is actually a massive portal. Well, actually, yeah, we've kind of actually come through one. So I'm sure you're aware that a giant shift has already kind of taken place, and you're kind of like recalibrating, readjusting, just figuring out where you stand at this point. But yeah, Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. So what you've basically stepped into is a space where you can really harness your personal power and push it in the direction that you want it to be moving. So our next shadow card is Tree. So yeah, you're fully aware of the roots you want to be putting down at this point. You know what you need to feel grounded and like you're growing strong and tall, if you will. But yeah, the final shadow card is the Queen of Cups. So one way or another, you've been listening to your intuition and finding and nurturing your flow in a bigger way than ever. So yay, everybody. So where does that bring us now? Let's look at our cards for the week. The first one is Malachite, the subconscious mind. So Malachite is actually a protection stone, a heart protection stone. And it has all these cool like swirls and whirls. So it's very much about understanding your personal patterns. So you are learning your heart's patterns and learning what you need to navigate your current challenges. There's a number 5 on this card. So this point that you're at right now really is the midpoint where you have to determine how you're going to proceed. Whoa. So our next oracle card is Shaman, trust in higher forces. And I love that we've got the same green as the Malachite card in the background there. Very cool. But yeah, this is just really a time to let go and trust the direction that the universe is steering things, because I feel like the astrological pressure has gotten so great that a lot of us are taking huge action on stuff that we kind of tried to ignore or sweep under the rug, maybe even for years. And it's just really time to spread your wings and make the leap that you have wanted to make for ages. Wow. So we had 2 cards come out of the Literary Witches Oracle together, and it's just fascinating. So aligned with what I was just saying. The first one is Mary Shelley, Loss. So she's the author of Frankenstein. We got some Frankenstein hands here, some tombstones, some sort of like poison looking thing. So basically, yeah, we have all experienced a massive release in some way. Something in our lives has died or ended quite definitively, like in a bigger way than ever. And yeah, basically, it's given you wings. And you're ready to fly. I love that there are actually wings on the Shaman card as well. But you've got your wings now, baby bird. Fly, be free. Fly away from that yucky graveyard, from that past monstery stuff, and embrace the future. Whoa. So onto the tarot cards. So what is the theme of this week? The Hierophant reversed. So yes, a major institution in your life has fallen, and that has presented an opportunity for you to almost dive headfirst into your spirituality, your self-understanding, being able to actually be in control of your own life. Wow. So what's the main challenge for the week of August 24th to the 30th? It's the World. And this is such a lovely World card from the Sasuraibito Tarot. Wow. So your main challenge this week is seeing this through, allowing that past cycle to close out. realizing that everything really has fallen into place for you to nurture the life you actually want to be living, to love yourself every single inch of you, and to freaking blossom as a result. You're shedding old skins. Look at this giant snake here. And yeah, you really are stepping forth into this next cycle. And it's one that you have wanted to step into for a really long time. Amazing. So what should you focus on this week? We have the Emperor. So we actually have a vortex in this reading. That's what I call it when one card reverses and then the card that it's reversing back to is also present in the reading. So it's extra emphasized that you are gaining control of your life again. So the Emperor is associated with Aries energy. So what you should focus on is any remaining anger that you still have, and trying to sort out the sort of root causes of that, because the Queen of Cups, as the shadow card shows, that you're really in a good place to explore your emotions and where they're coming from, especially with the tree roots shadow card as well. But yeah, you're ready to focus on taking action, gaining control, getting a real grip on what you know you need to feel stable in life. Wow. So, what's your best advice this week? The Page of Cups. So this act of gaining control doesn't have to be a huge drag. This is actually the key moment for you to access what you've wanted for yourself since you were a little child. The Page of Cups is very much inner child energy. And it's interesting that that comes up because I've had a lot of people coming in looking at rose quartz and stuff and seeing on the tag that I say that that's an inner child crystal, and then them actually like balking at that and avoiding it. And I'm like, oh, you're probably like the perfect candidate for inner child work. So this is a really important time this week specifically to ask your little inner child what he or she wants your life to look like, and know that you are in an amazing position to achieve that for yourself, like once and for all at this point. Whoa. So our higher self cards, our message of hope moving forward, we have number 27, Golden Healer, ultimate healing. Wow. So seriously, your goals and ambitions, what you actually want for yourself is so ready to take center stage in your life. Whatever was blocking you from that has been quite effectively burned away by the universe. And it's just really time to accept that and realize that you are free to move on and be living the life that you want to be living. So our next higher self card is Lord. Take charge with authority. So that is pretty much exactly the same as that Emperor energy. You are gaining control. But I love that this particular Lord, he looks very gentle. He's very sort of like Jesus-like. There's an actual Jesus card in this deck, so this guy's not Jesus. He's like the Wiccan Lord, the masculine principle sort of thing. But again, this is the card of taking action. So moving forward, like this isn't it. This is just the beginning of you really getting that grip and continuing to take action towards making your life the way that you actually want to be living it. Wow. So our next higher self card is Angela Carter, Identity. And I love this. It's kind of a weird one. It's got like a wolf and like spread legs and like blood and stuff. Angela Carter was someone who would take fairy tales and rewrite them from kind of a maybe somewhat like raunchy feminist perspective. And so, yeah, but the key word on this card is identity. So it's time for you to totally re-story. Remember who you are and realize that you can flip the script. You can change the narrative anytime you want. Wow. And so our final higher self card is the Queen of Swords. So we talk about getting a grip, but with a feminine flavor. You are ready to nurture your strategy. You are ready to make a super solid plan for the advancement of yourself and your loved ones. And yeah, you are just making such smart decisions, and you can really trust in that. You have come through so much. The Queen of Swords is the most sort of wounded queen, but it's the queen who has learned to live with some really heavy pain that sort of hones and sharpens her intelligence as a result. But the Queen of Swords does not have a closed heart. She cares deeply, but she maintains perspective as she thinks clearly towards what will be the best for everyone involved. Wow. So I couldn't help but notice that even though we had court cards, but there were no actual minor arcana cards. So this is a humongous week, especially with the world there, representing the gigantic closing of a previous cycle. I love that the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 were all represented with the 5 reversed in the Hierophant. So that shows that, yeah, you were aware of the last big challenge, and that's the one that's being overturned right now. But once that's flipped, you're open to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the next step is love. Isn't that what I've been saying? And I love that all the queens and pages are very feminine energy. So it's time for a gentle approach, but be strong but gentle, and know that really everything is flowing in the direction you want it to be. So again, focus on trusting in higher forces, and yeah, flap, flap, flap those new wings that have sprouted this week and are really going to carry you towards exactly where you want to be. Yay. So that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. If you're interested in a private reading with me, you can check out my Etsy. The link will be below. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I post readings and bits about my spiritual journey there every day. Yeah, that's it for now. Until next time, keep your hearts open, keep your eyes on the skies, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.